Alright everybody, I'm Logan Alec. In this video, I'm going to share with you something very interesting if you are a resident of Chicago. If you're not a resident of Chicago, I still think that you may find this very interesting. What am I talking about? Today, Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chicago, announced that the city of Chicago, in partnership with two nonprofit organizations, the Resurrection Project and Open Society Foundations, will be setting up a Chicago Resiliency Fund that will be issuing $1,000 stimulus checks to the over 300,000 residents of Chicago who were not eligible for stimulus checks under the CARES Act. We know that Governor Gavin Newsom of California has been pushing for the same thing. $500 stimulus checks for undocumented immigrants. Well, this Chicago one is actually broader, right? Because it includes not only undocumented immigrants who do not get checks under the CARES Act, but also those married to individuals who do not have a social security number and who file taxes jointly with them. We know that even the spouse, right? Even if he or she has a social, and even if their children have socials, they were not eligible for stimulus checks under the CARES Act. The Chicago Resiliency Fund would also be issuing $1,000 checks to adult dependents who we know were bypassed by the CARES Act. Neither adult dependents were eligible for the $1,200, nor were those who claimed them eligible for the $500 stimulus. Okay, so who's behind this? Well, there's a $1 million donation from Open Society Foundations. Okay. And then there was a $4 million anonymous donation to Open Society Foundations that will go toward this fund. Okay, what the heck is Open Society Foundations? It's a nonprofit, international grant-making society founded by business magnate George Soros. Soros is obviously an extremely controversial individual, especially in more right-wing circles. Many on the right believe him to be behind various sinister actions, right? I'm not going to get into all that. You can research that and make your own decisions. 2017, Soros himself transferred $18 billion to Open Society Foundations. Open Society Foundations has been a major financial supporter of U.S. immigration reform, including establishing a pathway to citizenship for illegal immigrants. So obviously, the Chicago Resiliency Fund is right up its alley. How do you apply? Well, according to the website, applications will begin to be accepted on June 22nd. They hope to get the money out shortly thereafter. The website is resurrectionproject.org/Chicago Fund. Resurrectionproject.org/Chicago Fund. I will put a link down in the description. Please, if you or someone you know lives in Chicago and they were not eligible for the $1,200 stimulus check under the CARES Act, please let them know about this, all right? Also, even if you don't live in Chicago, please keep your eyes and ears out for other things like this, okay? Other opportunities like this. And it may not just be for those who are glossed over by the CARES Act. We know that some communities are, in fact, issuing their own stimulus checks to residents. I've made videos about that in the past. All right, just wanted to give this quick update because I found it very interesting and it's stimulus related. This will be my last video for the day, but I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.